So Lee, you've been working with Codemasters for around 11 years now, and you've been working on the games since F1 2010. How have the games developed since that age?
I think the biggest difference that I've seen in the games has been we always started out with a really solid base. We always wanted to reproduce the sport really accurately, and that's something I think we set out and we got right at the very beginning. We've evolved that over the years. We've always made the rules correct. We've always added in all the things that you see in the sport, but we've actually built the world around it as well, and that's I think where the game's really evolved. It's in the the development of the car, in the characters in the game, in the environment. Really presenting Formula One really authentically.
So how important do you think it is to get the games as accurate to real life as possible?
So, I mean, you know yourself, Formula One fans are some of the most dedicated and enthusiastic in the world, and they will spot the slightest mistake in the game. It's important to us that not only do we get it as right as we can, but we continue to update the game over the course of the season as well to keep it relevant, because as Formula One fans ourselves, you want to play the game right. It's the official game of the official season. It's got to be right.
And for example, you said you're already well underway on 2020. What details and for example, what ways are you trying to work on the game for 2020?
If I answered that, you would have the biggest scoop of the year, and I would probably get sacked.
But what are the details that you work on from game to game? What aspects do you try and change throughout the games that you release?
Yeah, so obviously, as I mentioned before, we always try and make sure we stay true to the sport. So obviously 2021, we're starting to see some rule changes now being announced, so we know what the cars are going to look like roughly, we know what's going to happen in the rules, so obviously we'll be striving to make sure we get that right.
And how do you think the F1 esports helps promote the F1 game?
Oh, it's tremendous. So, I mean, this is obviously the third year we've done it now, and we're starting to get celebrities within the esports. They are celebrities in their own right. They're getting drives with real teams, they're getting real races, they're actually competing in real competition. It's reaching new audiences, and I think that's really important as well. Formula One's been around for a long time now. There's a lot of people like myself who are a little bit more mature, but gaming really helps to broaden that appeal and that audience as well.
Well, Lee, thanks for the interview.
Pleasure.